Welcome back to the channel. Man, what an absolutely exciting day to be in crypto. The markets are glowing green, and the sentiment across the board feels electric. If you've been around the space long enough, you know that these kinds of days don't just lift prices, they lift moods. There's an energy that comes alive when you open your portfolio, and that everything is flashing green instead of that depressing sea of red we've all gotten used to during the tougher months. Today, Bitcoin is once again proving why it remains the king of digital assets. It's breaking new all-time highs, showing no sign of slowing down and forcing the entire market to take notice. Ethereum, the second largest crypto by market cap, isn't too far behind either. The last time I checked, it was hovering around the $4,600 mark, inching closer and closer to reclaiming its previous highs. That's a huge psychological level for ETH holders who have waited patiently for this moment. When Bitcoin pumps, Ethereum typically follows, and the next step is usually the fireworks show from the altcoin market. It's the natural rhythm of the market cycle. Bitcoin lights the match, Ethereum catches fire, and the altcoins explode. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered financial, investment, or trading advice. The cryptocurrency market is highly volatile and involves significant risk. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. The opinions expressed in this video are solely those of the host and are based on publicly available information at the time of recording. We are not responsible for any financial losses or gains that may occur as a result of actions taken based on this content. Invest responsibly and never invest more than you can afford to lose. But here's what's been strange over the past couple of years. That traditional flow hasn't been happening like it used to. Bitcoin has been pumping hard, setting records, making headlines, and pulling institutional money. Yet Ethereum's movement has often been muted in comparison. And as for altcoins, many of them have been stuck in neutral. Even on green days like this one, where optimism is flowing and traders are feeling good, altcoins often only manage to climb 2% or 3%. That used to be the kind of performance we'd expect on a quiet weekday, not a bullish breakout day. It's been a little frustrating for investors who remember the parabolic seasons of 2017 or 2021, when a single Bitcoin surge could send the entire altcoin market into orbit. Still, amid that sluggishness, there are always exceptions. Projects that defy the broader trend, that generate their own momentum regardless of what the rest of the market is doing. And one of those standout performers right now is none other than Zebec Network, ticker symbol ZBCN. Over the past few days, ZBCN has shown remarkable strength, while most altcoins have barely managed to lift their heads. This isn't just some minor blip on the radar either. ZBCN has been consistently showing positive price action, volume growth, and increased chatter across communities. It's becoming one of those tokens that people can't help but talk about because it's actually doing something when the rest of the market is just sitting still. And now let's talk about that for a second, the power of community. Because honestly, the ZBCN community is one of the strongest I've in a long time. I always say that a good community can be the backbone of any great crypto project. You can have the best tech, the best roadmap, the most brilliant dev team in the world, but if no one is talking about your project, if no one is creating noise, making memes, sharing updates, and evangelizing on social media, then your coin just floats around in silence. And silence kills momentum. The ZBCN community, on the other hand, is loud in the best way possible. They're active on X, on Telegram, on Discord, spreading information, celebrating milestones, and defending the project when critics come knocking. That kind of organic enthusiasm is what brings new investors into the fold. And apparently, it's not just the retail side that's excited. Whales are getting involved too, and they're not nibbling, they're feasting. Massive buy orders, 156,272,742, 388,130,209, 433,146 and 31, and even 73,000. These aren't small retail buys. These are the kind of moves that tell you serious money is coming in. It's accumulation season for the big players. When whales start stacking a token like ZBCN, it usually means one of two things. They know something, or they believe something big is coming. Either way, that kind of activity creates a ripple effect through the market. Smaller investors notice the whale movement, confidence rises, and suddenly more people start buying in out of FOMO. That, in turn, drives the price even higher. And when we talk about potential catalysts, one of the biggest ones people keep whispering about is the possibility of a Coinbase listing. Now, that's not confirmed yet, but let's just imagine for a second. If ZBCN does end up getting listed on Coinbase, that's a game changer. Coinbase listings bring liquidity, exposure, and legitimacy. It's like a stamp of approval in the eyes of mainstream investors. We've seen it time and again. Tokens can rally 50%, 100%, even more within days of getting listed. If that happens here, today's all-time high might look like pocket change compared to where ZBCN could go. Currently, ZBCN is ranked around 129 on CoinMarketCap. That might not sound like a big deal, but if you've been tracking crypto rankings, you know how competitive it gets as you climb. Moving up the ranks means more visibility, and the closer you get to that coveted top 100 list, the more serious investors start to take you. The first page of CoinMarketCap is like prime real estate. It's where most people start their research. Being there doesn't just increase clicks and curiosity, it increases trust. When new coin consistently hanging out on that front page, it subconsciously tells them, this one's legit. And ZBCN is inching closer to that goal day by day. Now let's put things into perspective. Many of us remember when 1 million ZBCN tokens were worth around $1,000. Think about how far we've come since then. The growth has been remarkable, and it's not just in price, it's in the ecosystem itself. The developers have been building nonstop, releasing updates, forming partnerships, and laying the groundwork for a scalable future. That's what gives this rally substance. It's not just hype, it's backed by actual progress. Every project talks about building through the bear market, but few actually do it. ZBCN did, and now the results are starting to show. As of now, the token is sitting right around the 5 cents mark. Over the last 24 hours, it's up roughly 11%, and over the past week, it's gained an incredible 30%. That's impressive momentum in any market condition. Even more interestingly, the trading volume is up more than 88% in just one day, which tells us that there's not only enthusiasm, but also actual liquidity. People are buying, selling, and engaging actively. When you compare ZBCN's performance with other popular coins in the top 100, like Onando, which has only managed about 9% over the same period, ZBCN's growth clearly stands out. But it's outperforming some of the biggest names, and that's no small feat. This kind of outperformance doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of investor confidence, project delivery, and strong fundamentals all aligning at the same time. And remember, we're still in the early stages of broader market recovery. So, if a project like ZBCN is already showing double-digit gains now, imagine what could happen once the next true altcoin season begins. The potential upside could be enormous. But of course, no rally comes without its challenges. One thing that's been discussed a lot in the community lately is the upcoming token unlock. Usually, when you hear about a token unlock, people get nervous because more tokens entering circulation often means downward pressure on the price. However, in ZBCN's case, the amount of supply being unlocked is only about 1%. That's tiny. It's barely a ripple compared to the overall circulating supply. And even more encouraging is the fact that the current holders seem to understand what they have. The majority of traders who were just in it for a quick flip appear to have already exited, leaving behind a strong core of diamond-handed holders who believe in the long-term vision. That's one of the healthiest signs a project can have. It means the people holding the coin aren't just here for the next pump. They're here for the journey. They're here because they see what ZBCN can become in the next 6 to 12 months. Now, let's be realistic. Even if we do get a slight pullback around the unlock event, that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it could be a blessing in disguise. Every dip in a strong uptrend is an opportunity for smart investors to accumulate more at a discount. If you believe in the fundamentals, dips are gifts. So whether ZBCN consolidates for a bit or continues climbing, the broader direction looks solidly upward. And the psychology of the market right now is fascinating. After such a long period of uncertainty, people are starting to get that spark of confidence back. They're beginning to believe again that this space has more to offer than just short-term volatility. Projects like ZBCN are a reminder of why we all got into crypto in the first place, not just for profits, but for innovation, for decentralization, for building systems that empower users instead of middlemen. Zebec's approach to continuous settlement and real-time payroll solutions is one of the most practical blockchain use cases out there. It's not some vague idea about future metaverses or AI integrations. It's tangible. Companies can use it today. Workers can get paid in real time. That's real utility, and real utility always wins in the long run. What it all means in simple terms: the momentum is real, the fundamentals are solid, and the community is stronger than ever. The whales are accumulating, the retail crowd is engaged, and the project's visibility is growing rapidly. Whether it's the rising volume, the consistent price action, or the buzz about potential exchange listings, all the indicators point toward a project that's not just surviving, but thriving. And if the trend continues, that long-awaited breakout into the top 100 could happen sooner than most expect. At the end of the day, crypto is a game of patience and conviction. ZBCN has weathered its share of storms, and now it's emerging stronger, faster, and more relevant than ever before. Whether you've been here since the early days or you're just discovering it now, one thing's clear: this story is still being written. If you enjoyed this video and found the analysis helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with fellow crypto enthusiasts, and subscribe to the channel for more daily updates, deep dives, and market insights. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest uploads, because in crypto, timing is everything.